Welcome to the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program.
Raw and uncut, Jiggy Jag, you know how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it all the way live.
Broadcasting live from Hutchinson, Kansas.
Well, I'm sitting here with a linguist. I had no idea. I didn't know you were, but I didn't know that you were a wordsmith.
Call Jiggy right now. 267-22-JIGGY.
Daddy fun.
Hey, Jiggy, what's happening, man? Reminds me of that David Bowie song. Jiggy play guitar. Jeff, it's a great name, man. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Presenting
I'm Mike Massey, and you can catch me on Jiggy Jag TV and see a few of my trick shots there.
Got the longest opening in the history of
Jiggy
radio.
Jaguar.
I never knew what freedom was until I saw you lose yours.
There, it is the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program, coast to coast, and boulder to boulder on TuneIn, iTunes, Radio Loyalty, Stitcher, 50 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world, iHeartRadio as well, AMFM247.com. Today, you can download our brand new app. It is available, jiggyjaguar.us. You can stream the show live, 24/7 replay, exclusive news and programming information, and we are trying something new today. We are on Facebook Live via the setup here at the studio. So this will be very interesting today because I don't understand the whole Facebook Live. I should understand the whole Facebook Live because we were doing all this crap on live stream way back in the day, so I should understand how this whole thing works. But we have a very, very interesting guest in studio, Mr. Nick. There's microphones everywhere, so you can either talk with the stick, or if you want to take them off the stick and do it that way like the rappers tend to do. And I don't know if Britannia turned that on or not. You might have to check it. Nope. There we go. I've got you now. So you have got a new band,
Yes.
Porcelain.
Porcelain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew I was going to get that wrong. But you know me.
Every
You've known me for a few years, so you know this is not going to get this wrong. Now, okay, first of all, let's I know you from King Bruiser.
Yeah.
How do you go from King Bruiser to this project? How does that work? Is there a big timeline between them, or?
Well, I had lived a couple years in Wichita when King Bruiser was still going on.
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of commuting and stuff, and then Kelsey was thinking about going to school, and we always had guitar player issues, so it was basically just
Yes.
me and Kelsey. You know? And it got tiring on all three of us to keep looking for guitar players, and then Kelsey decided she was going to start school down in Texas, and it was just not nothing big, no hard feelings. If we still talk about if we see each other, we'll jam or write something someday, or something,
That's cool.
It's never like with that band, I've been in a lot of bands, but with that band, those are like my real close friends. So
Yeah.
we're we'll play again or some crap. I don't know. But then the new band started because my girlfriend actually is best friends with my bass player.
That's
bass player's
awesome.
wife, and so that's how we kind of met. And he had been in bands in Wichita throughout the years, and he had a buddy, and they had a band, but they lost their drummer. And then they had found a drummer, but he didn't want to do vocals anymore. He wanted to play bass, and so then they asked me if I wanted to play because King Bruiser was kind of doing it.
You just got off and running.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, putting this album together, you've been doing music long enough and have been in enough bands and in enough situations that I'm sure this process was, not that painstakingly difficult.
No, it was fun. You talking about like the recording process,
Yeah,
all that? Yeah,
the
no,
whole
it was
thing,
fun.
'cause-
And the guy who recorded it, Luke, he owns Red Cat Recordings. That's another friend, so it was just like
Yes.
recording with friends,
Yeah.
So it was.
Well, and
Those
I
awesome.
hear nothing but positive things about those guys. We have had all sorts of bands come through here that had done their stuff there.
He's working
and,
with a lot more and more people all the time.
Yeah,
You know.
and they just love the crap out of the guy.
Yeah, he's one of my good friends, and like I said, they're just really easy to work with, open, but at the same time, you know, we'll get you to try, you know, new things and stuff like that. And he works with all different kinds of bands. He's not just the dude who I just do metal. You know?
Yeah.
You know, he did like a mariachi band a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, and has done, you know, some rappers and, you know, metal, all sorts of stuff. So I would definitely recommend going to that. Excuse me, to that studio.
Yeah. Now, bringing back to putting these 5 songs together and doing the cover art and everything, who did the production part of the CD? Did you guys bring somebody in to design this?
No, we found the photograph online, actually, and then Luke put the same guy put all the writing and stuff on it. for
That's
us,
cool.
And did the layout and all that.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Now, which is the first track we should be playing? Or do we want to just go down the list?
Yeah, you can, I guess, start with the first one.
Okay. Is there a story behind this first one?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, cheap, you know, what is it? It's just about, like, looking within yourself, being true to who you are, and don't let, you know, if you're into something, don't let people tell you you can't do it, or, you know, that it's a waste of your time, and you need to go get a real job, or you need to do whatever, you know, just live while you can, I guess, you know. That's what I think it's about. You know, when I wrote it, that's what I was thinking.
Well, here we go. It is Keep On Looking In from Porcelain. I want to make sure I get that right. Nick has been on this show many a time. I think he is one of the few people that has been in all the different incarnations of the studio. He's been in the treehouse.
Yes.
He's been in. He's been here. I think he was in the basement at one point.
I think so.
He has been everywhere. So this is an interesting conversation today. We're going to be playing a lot of the music, and in fact, we're going to try to get as much to all of it as we possibly can. So here's the first track here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program. Back here in a few moments.
I'm sending all the messages to every single friend. If I can make it through this, but surely you'll get down. So let's just keep on screaming until I try to play. This is my life. This is all I gain. I will still try. If you do the same, look at your skies.
Live in disguise.
Around the ways. Make good what you will. Take all that you like. You be as good as you can be. You know this
Jaguar Radio Show on the network.
We are back here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program, coast to coast and border to border on TuneIn, iTunes, Radio Loyalty, of course, Stitcher. Find us on AMFM247.com, and coming soon, we are going to be on a Lineup Media Group, so that will be very interesting coming up the next couple weeks. We have in studio Nick, formerly of King Bruiser. I always want to say Nick from King Bruiser. Now it's got to be Nick from Porcelain. And he is in studio with us today talking about their record. And you guys are going to be going on a mini tour. So let's chat. Who put this together, and what's all the details for this thing so people can check this out? Because I think you guys, you're doing Dodge City?
And first night is Kansas City, then we go out to Dodge City, and then Colorado Springs, and then ended just Wichita.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So did you put this tour together, and did you do beating the streets trying
I did the booking, but it's cool because like I have friends with people who are in each of those cities, so it was easy. You just got a hold of the bands.
And they booked did they book the venue, and then you just...
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it was cool. And then the one band from Colorado Springs, I helped them out about a year ago. That's how I met them. They were on Facebook looking for a show because their show somewhere got canceled, and they were on their way to Joplin.
Oh, wow.
And so I ended up finding them a show down in Wichita. And then the Kansas City show, just buddies. We played shows with King Bruiser.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then started playing shows with them in the new band. And then the Dodge City boys, King Bruiser has been really cool with them forever.
Yeah.
And my bass player knows all those dudes from back in their old music days and stuff. So yeah, it's just collection.
It's those connections that have been made over the years. Makes this stuff so much easier.
Still playing music with gray hair and shit, I guess.
It makes booking stuff a lot easier and finding bands.
And that's why I always tell...
Because you probably wouldn't have been able to do this back in the old Blue Goat days.
No, that's what bands always got to remember, I'm not trying to sound all veteran or whatever.
Yeah.
That's another reason why you always got to be humble.
Mm-hmm.
And make friends.
Yep.
Because you never know when you're going to want to put a show together or what you're going to want to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to just go and burn bridges and act like an asshole.
Go ahead, brother. Yeah, the stations that don't like it will dump out. That's what I always tell people. They'll come back, but.
But yeah, it's just a collection of friends, and I'm bringing the Kansas City dudes down to Wichita in September for a show.
Yeah.
Brought one of the Dodge City dudes out a while back, so just show swapping.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. Now, putting together the route, what was that like? Because you start in Kansas City?
Yeah, it looks like a zigzag route. It looks crazy. But we were supposed to go down to Texas, but that show didn't work out, and so the first day was going to be Texas, and then it was going to go up to Dodge, over to Colorado, and then just kind of like a loop.
Yeah.
But the drive from Kansas City and then Kansas City to Dodge is shorter than the Texas drive would have been.
Ah.
So it looks like really zigzaggy, but the only real long drive is the last day back to Wichita.
Yeah.
Everything else is about 5 hours, 6 hours.
That's cool.
So
that's really cool.
It looks way crazier than it actually is. It's like somebody just played Zorro on that.
There you go. Now, going out, doing these shows, putting all your contacts together, and all this. What do you plan on doing after this tour's done? Are you guys going to write for the new album, or?
We got a couple local shows in Wichita, and then we already are writing songs for a new EP. So we hope to get back in the studio with Luke and them at Red Cat in probably September.
That's cool.
That's the goal. Probably do, I don't know, 5 or 6 songs. We want to do like a full-length record, but like we also don't want to like not put anything out for like a year that it takes to do something like that.
Yeah.
And so we're just gonna put another EP out, I think.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And then just play, keep booking shows, playing shows. And
Well, we're talking with Nick from Porcelain today. Secrets is the latest from these guys, and Debbie Downer is the next track we're going to play. Is there a story behind this, or is it just, it's a cool name?
No, it's about, trying to see if you want to try to keep relationships going.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to give up.
Just move on.
It's kind of a Debbie Downer topic.
There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of a depressed point of view. Yeah, just do you want to try in a relationship or do you want to
just move on down the road? Yeah. Well, here we go. It's Debbie Downer. It's Porcelain. And before we get to this, is there a website or anything we can direct people to?
We have a Facebook, facebook.com/Porcelain. And then we have a Reverb Nation, which that's kind of old school. I don't even know if people really still use Reverb. But we have reverbnation.com/Porcelain. And then right now we're working on getting our Bandcamp up and, getting the songs on iTunes and stuff like that. You can buy our CD online if you want at cdbaby.com, and you can either get download or you can buy the physical.
That's cool.
And then, yeah.
That's cool. Well, here we go. It's Debbie Downer, and we'll be back. We've still got about 10 minutes to go here with Nick. Enjoy Debbie Downer. We're back here in a few moments.
Running from the town, exposing all the lies, living a day that won't carry on. When will we make sense? The blood has just gone wrong. Please, give me a sign to show that I'm nothing left to do, then why carry on? Give me to what I am, I'm being alive. I am so frustrated, we're trying to survive. God, that's me the end, I really do also. God, bloody everyone, it's just my time to go. Please, let fall asleep. I am being bad.
The Jiggy Jaguar radio program every afternoon on the network, coast to coast and border to border. Keep up with Jiggy online at jiggyjaguar.com.
That was an interesting tune, by the way. Debbie Downer. Nick with us today here in studio. The album is called Secrets. The band is Porcelian, and he's hanging out with us today. We've got, I don't know, about 5-6 minutes left to go. And you have been doing a lot over the last couple of years as far as music and bands and, you know, making stuff work. What motivates you to keep doing all this? I have, you know, sometimes I don't ask that question of some of the bands, but like people like you who I've known forever, like after all the ups and downs and being all over the place, and like we were talking earlier, you said you know your one of your guys in your band is like got spreadsheets, and you're like, when I was at King Bruiser, we didn't worry about spreadsheets. So it's like, what's what exactly? What's the motivation still? Is it
still do music?
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna sound another cheesy line. I'm just used to it, man. This is what I've been doing since like probably 2002, and to me it's like it's part of my lifestyle now. Like even when I get I'm getting ready to be 34 in January. Even when I get older and like I know that like now I can't be like running around screaming and I'm getting old, my body can't handle that, or I get farther in my career and I'm like I like money now more than I did and want to but where I'm going with that is I'll always be in some kind of band, even if it's me and my old gray haired buddies, and all it is on Saturdays drinking beers in a garage and the wives are inside making fun of us.
Yeah.
Like they're still out there playing damn music, or whatever it is. Like that's just how I'm gonna be. Just like I guess how people are in cars.
Yep.
You don't get older and not like to work on your cars no more.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's the way I gauge it, and also a lot of people. We kind of talked about this before we got set up here. A lot of people think that there's a lot of money.
Yes.
And if you can just play music because you like to play music, and especially if you like to play live, and you understand that especially in heavy music, there's not a whole lot of money going on. I think you can stay motivated a lot easier. But if you're looking for it to pay your rent and all this and that or whatever, you're always going to be disappointed. And eventually these people are like, man, I'm done, drop my basement or I'll play with my buddies or whatever. So for me, it's just what I like to do for fun. Like I was when I stay in the gym, I guess, or something like that.
Well, when I was living in McPherson years and years and years ago, there was this old bodybuilder owned a gym, and the guy had been lifting weights and doing that for decades. And he's like 60, 70 years old. He's in there lifting. One night he has a heart attack after he does some squats, and he was like, my chest kind of hurts. I'm going to go to the hospital. Comes back later. I had a heart attack. No big deal. Finishes his set and goes home. And I'm like, okay, so it's like with you, it's music. I'm just going to keep doing this. So, well, I'll tell you, you guys, especially you've put in a lot of years. Tell me about some of the people that are in the new project with you.
Well, my guitar player and bass player had a little project going for the last little bit, and my bass player has been in bands, in and out for years in Wichita. And guitar player's been in a couple bands. Well, their drummer left, and my bass player didn't want to sing anymore. He wanted to play bass, so King Bruiser was coming, to kind of a close, and asked me if I wanted to, start jamming with him, and then we found a drummer. Went from there.
Yeah.
And I was friends with my bass player before that anyway, so
Yeah.
now we're kind of a group of friends, and not like finding
That's cool.
a bunch of strangers to just
Yeah.
do something with. So it's real easy to start getting things going.
Yeah. Because you know everybody and
Yeah, and
Not a lot of weird adjustment and.
Kind of all fell into place pretty quickly.
That's cool.
And we clicked too, like, and, put songs together fairly fast,
Yeah.
It doesn't take forever to write new songs.
That's right. Well, we've got time for one more, and we are going to play Comforter. Tell me about this. Is there a story behind this, or?
It's about, it could be a guy, girl, whoever, just at the depths of depression, I suppose, and battling in their head, like, is it their fault that they're in that situation, or is it really like, like an imbalance or something?
Yeah.
So it's about somebody really in a room, really battling with like mental illness, I guess.
That's cool. That's really cool. Well, here it is. It's Comforter, and we'll come back and wrap it up with Nick here on our world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program.
So am I worth the paper? Your lost in me obsession. The game is stole my life. You're lost in my decisions. The game in my presence. I just don't wanna die.
Trying new things.
The Jiggy Jaguar radio program continues.
Trying new things. There. While we were listening to Comforter, we were chatting about food. It is a world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program, coast to coast and border to border on TuneIn, iTunes, Radio Loyalty. And of course, we're trying a test today. We are going live on Facebook, as someone would say. And I'm looking at these stats, and I don't know. I just don't understand why all the traffic is on Facebook. We used to do these live stream videos and Ustream videos, and at the end of the show, Ross was like, we had like 500 people watch us on there. And like, I've got 500 people that have watched us here on this Facebook thing. I don't know. Social media, it's a hell of a deal. We're wrapping things up here with Nick from Porcelain, and you guys are going to be going on this mini tour. Or as you kind of coined it earlier, it looks like a Zorro, like a Z. You guys are going to start in Kansas City.
Play a little record store in Kansas City.
That's cool.
Actual vinyl record store.
Wow! They do exist.
They do exist. And it's awesome because this one plays shows all the time. So
That's awesome.
it's really cool.
So it's kind of like what everybody wanted the old House of Sight and Sound to be in Salina after they...
Yes. Then after that, we do an all-ages show out in Dodge City at a place called City Limits.
That's cool.
And then in Colorado Springs, we play this bar called the Zodiac.
Wow.
And when we get back to Wichita, we play Kirby's. And then punk rock.
I love Kirby's.
Yeah, punk rock style at old Kirby's.
I'll tell you, the first time I got invited to Kirby's, I walked in there and I looked around and I'm like, why did I drive 30 minutes to go to my house? Because it's got the flyers all over the place. And it is a hell of a deal, and they pack people in. Holy smokes.
It only takes 25 to do it, but they're in there.
They're in there. And the one thing I like about it is that when they do the whole passing the bucket thing, people actually put money in the bucket.
Yeah. Because a lot
It's
of
amazing.
a lot of the people that go to Kirby's, you know, are involved in local music and art, you know, and that's that their hangout on a nightly basis. So they understand the whole process. So it's like, you know, yeah, I can have one less PVR and give this guy $2.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't pay a cover to get in.
Yeah.
And go see, you know, free music, cheap beer, and these guys are up here, you know, playing for this bucket. So,
Yeah.
You know, helping out, and yeah, people are really good about it up there doing that.
It's a heck of a deal. Well, before we let you go, I know we can pick up the CD on CD Baby, but where's some other places where we can catch you guys?
All 30, you know, old, and like not a lot of us are computer guys like the younger bands are, who are all of a sudden like a band for a week, and they're on every social media.
They're everywhere. I have these rappers come in here, and they're on Vimeo. They're on these places. They're on places that don't even exist anymore. MySpace.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
what are you doing?
And I got a video that looks like, you know, somebody big produced it, and it's like, what's going on? How do you do that in 2 days? You know, like, show me.
That's right.
But soon we're going
used to take me 2 weeks to produce Jiggy Jag TV and Access TV, and you're doing videos in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But you can stream our music on Reverb Nation, and people still use that. And just Reverb Nation /Porcelain. CD Baby for digital and physicals. And then soon, we're in the process right now of getting our Bandcamp up and getting the stuff up on, like, you know, Spotify and Google Play and iTunes and all that. So that's going to be a few weeks still, at least until we get that going. But that'll be up soon. And then you also can, if people want like physical CDs and stuff, they can, just hit us up on our Facebook, facebook.com/Priscillian, just message me and I'll mail stuff out too.
Awesome.
So that's plenty of options if you want the jams.
Well, thanks for doing this. I know it takes a lot out of your schedule to make this work, so thank you for doing this today.
Thank you.
And we're going to, if you missed any part of the interview today live, we are going to put it up as a podcast on our website. We're going to put the videos up on YouTube, and if you're watching us on Facebook, subscribe, follow us, like us, all that stuff. You're talking about the social media thing earlier. What is it? Like, follow, love, it's
all
like
the above.
Just everything. Just
do it all.
Just do it all.
Emoji.
Yeah, emoji. Just do it all. And I appreciate you guys for joining us today. And we will have a link in the description on YouTube, as well as where you can pick up the CD if you missed that earlier. And thanks for watching here on JiggyJaguar.com and many other places, and especially iHeartRadio. And tomorrow we are live from 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, with an interesting show. We're going to have Red Velvet Crush from Kansas City. We're going to have of course, Nick knows this, we're going to have a porn star on Skype. And what would the Sunday radio show be without porn stars? And then we will have, I believe, Reno from the Daily Dose, Early Dose, whatever it is at KSUN Radio in Wichita. She will be in studio. And that is that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will talk to you later.
Go to Red Cat to record.
I should have tossed that in.